Thank you for standing by, and welcome to the Develop June 2026 Quarterly Report Conference Call. All participants are in a listen-only mode. If you wish to ask a question, you will need to press the star key, followed by the number 1 on your telephone keypad. I would now like to hand the conference over to Mr. Bill Beament, Managing Director. Please go ahead.
Good morning, and thanks for joining us. It's been an absolutely cracking quarter for Develop on every front. We now have a very well-established pipeline of production and cash flow growth, both in the immediate, medium and longer terms. Basically, we're now reaping the benefits of the investments we've made over the past 2 to 3 years and the hard work by all our teams. The production results at Woodlawn are excellent, with recoveries continuing to increase, underpinning record production and record revenue. And the resource growth drilling at Woodlawn is delivering in spades. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. At Pioneer Dome, we are in the countdown to first sales of direct shift ore lithium in the December quarter. Again, the drilling results are a standout, with the average grade of the infill drilling program exceeding the resource grade. The potential impact on the project's cash flow is very substantial. The higher the grade, the more money we get per tonne. And we're very close to a final investment decision on the underground development at Pioneer Dome. It has also been a highly successful quarter in our mining services division, with a major contract win and the starting of 2 major contracts. The Bellevue Gold contract finishes this month, and we have plenty of uses for the amazing and highly skilled people and equipment this will free up. I'll now run through each of the divisions in some more detail, and then I'm happy to take some questions. So just switching to very busy quarter, we made 2 final investment decisions. One on Unity, which is the old name, is a new name for Sulphur Springs project, our copper silver zinc project, and Pioneer Dome lithium projects in Western Australia. We also secured a $400 debt facility and warrant package signed with Traffic Year to fund both projects and to refinance the existing Woodlawn facility, all on highly favourable terms. And we greatly thank the Traffic Year team, because that's a huge package that now funds our projects in the coming years. And I guess these agreements really do position Develop for substantial free cash flow generation on the back of 3 producing projects in Australia, plus the cash flow generated by our mining services. And it shouldn't be understated that we're basically building 3 mines in 3 years. So on to Woodlawn, as I said, a record quarter across production, revenue and recoveries, with Woodlawn really delivering its strongest performance since commissioning. The team have done an amazing job there. Our copper equivalent production was 4,625, very close to an annualised basis of 20,000 tonne per annum. That was up 47% from the March quarter. Record revenue earned of $84 million. We sold 4,500 copper equivalent tonnes, which is up 244% from the March quarter. And one of the real things that I'm super excited about is the processing team and what they've been able to achieve. This is a 3-stage concentrator. It is a complex set of chemistry, but massive improvements in the recoveries across the plant. From the March quarter, copper total recovery is now sitting at 80%. That's up 15%. Zinc recoveries at 75. That's up 6. Lead sits at 80, which is up 23% quarter on quarter. And the real win that we're seeing is our precious metal content, both silver and gold. Silver recoveries at 71% and gold's at 48%, and they're both up substantially quarter on quarter, and expect those trends well and truly to continue. So we're seeing a lot better recoveries of the precious, and definitely well into the month of July. Our feed grade, as we said, when you commission a processing plant, you don't want to put high grade material through that. We commissioned last year on lower grade, and we're steadily bringing more of the high grade out. But our feed grade for the quarter in June was 2.73% copper equivalent. That's up 27% from the March quarter, and that's really starting now to get in line with the overall reserve grade of 2.8 copper equivalent at Woodlawn. So I think there's upside in our grade moving forward because we still are really yet to put the real big high-grade stuff of Kate through the processing plant. And the resource growth drilling at Woodlawn is really kicking off. We're extending all the known mineralisation of the lenses. The second rig has just been commissioned. That is part of our DM15 project, which is we want to drill and define a mine plan of 15 years. So that has gone extraordinarily well. And again, we'll put more information on that in the coming week or so on an update of the drilling results of that. But officially, we've had really, really good success of extending these lenses. And it's really good to get the second rig in there, which was really the rig that we wanted to get in there for that DM15 project. On the Pioneer Dome lithium mine, again, we made a final investment decision on that. We have hit the ground really quickly on this. Open pit construction is underway. We signed a $70 million mining and crushing contract awarded with Kalgoorlie-based contractor MLG. And we are on track for first direct ship ore sales in the December quarter. So, and we're very close to awarding the cartage contractor, and very close to signing up Esperance Port. And we've secured quite a bit of capacity down in the port there. So that is coming together extremely well. We're very excited about how that goes. And if there's any investors there, we're doing a site visit Tuesday next week. So pretty excited to take people down to the site and show them the project and how quick it is evolving. Part of the quarterly is we finished off the infill and exploration drilling program, about 20,000 metres. To say it exceeded expectations is an understatement. We've put out a raft of results across that project. We are getting numerous results greater than the resource grade of 1.2%. I think the average intersection to date that we've published on the ASX is true width of close to 16 metres at 1.45% lithium. So I think there's an opportunity there to improve the grade of the resource. And also in particular, keep an eye on the underground drilling component is probably been well in excess of 1.5%. So what does that mean? The higher the grade, two things: the higher the grade, the more revenue we get per tonne, and also the higher recovery we get through the converters. So we get a positive jaws there. So expect the underground revenue per tonne would be much higher than the open pit revenue per tonne. So what does that mean? With the drilling, we'll update the resource and grade control model. That's only about 3 weeks away. So it'll be done in the September quarter. And we're very well into the stage 2 underground getting evaluated. We've basically got a year's worth of DSO on the pit. Obviously, the company's goal will be to not have a production gap between the open pit and the underground. So we're very close to it, doing all the final work on the underground. And as we say here, we want to make a final investment decision and put it to the board in the September quarter of the underground. On to our third asset, Unity, copper, silver, zinc mine. Again, we made final investment decision on this. We've got the total capital expenditure to bring the mine into construction of 450 mil that we published last month. First concentrate is targeted for the June quarter 2028. And I should emphasise that's less than 2 years away. Our construction is progressing across all work streams. Access road, earthworks on site are well advanced. The site is basically cleared. Most of the pre-development works for the processing facility have all been completed. The connection of the haul road is well advanced, and that'll be completed in September. And our underground development there, I think we're 24% ahead of schedule, but we did close to 900 metres for the quarter in a single heading decline, which is no mean feat. So amazing job by the team up there, and we've done over 2,300 metres to date. So again, we're severely de-risking the mining part of a new project build, which is super important. Most people really stuff that part up and undercapitalise themselves. So we're very happy with that. A lot of key reports have been recruited. And we're obviously in the final throes of the processing contract with GR Engineering, and that'll be done in the next couple of weeks. Onto the mining services. Record external revenue of 63 mil for the quarter. Again, very busy. We're awarded the 274 mil contract with Core Lithium at their amazing lithium project up in the Northern Territory. So we've kicked that off. I'll be up there today, so looking forward to seeing the night shift. But that's really advancing quite well, and I think we're ahead of schedule on that. And we commenced mining at the $200 million Oceana Gold tunnelling job in Waihi, which is going well as well. On to Bellevue, as I said, we conclude that contract in the coming days, and really excited about the highly experienced and engaged workforce we had there. And we've got a very large mobile fleet. I think we've got a $30 or $40 million fleet that we can deploy to our other business units, which is really, really great in this environment, which is probably one of the tightest labour markets I've seen in my 30-year career. So we get to redeploy that talent to our other mining services clients that are excited about that, and also importantly into our own assets, because we've got multiple underground mines we're building ourselves. On to corporate, record quarterly revenue earned, 147 mil for the quarter, up 108% from March. Cash balance sat pretty flat at 123. Traffic debt's drawn at 112, which is where it was before, because we just basically one in, one out, refinancing Woodlawn on a new facility. And we had 380 mil, 88 million remaining undrawn facilities. We ended up with unsold concentrate stockpiles at Woodlawn of close to 10,000 tonne, probably around about 25 mil sitting on the deck. We spent 27 mil of growth capital, and obviously part of our deal with Traffy in June was we also entered into a very important cooperation agreement with Traffy, which puts us, both our companies, aimed at partner on potential future opportunities outside our current asset base. So we're already working on a couple of them as we speak. So again, to wrap that up before questions, huge quarter of activity. I think a couple of our staff members needed a week or two off in July and school holidays, but come back. We're now into the second quarter of this business and super excited about executing on the final investment decisions, and the fundamentally got off track, and I can't be more happy with how the business is performing. With that, moderator, I'll hand over for questions.
Thank you. If you wish to ask a question, please press star 1 on your telephone and wait for your name to be announced. If you wish to cancel your request, please press star 2. If you're on a speakerphone, please pick up the handset to ask your question. We'll now pause a short moment for any questions to register. Thank you. There are no questions at this time. I'll now hand back to Mr. Beament for closing remarks.
Yes, thanks for that. And again, thanks for everyone coming on the call. Just to re-emphasise, what we put together last month was really 4 years of heavy lifting. So I want to thank all my teams and all the great work to put 2 new projects to a board for final investment decision and get funding of that magnitude to build it is no mean feat. So a massive job. Thanks to shareholders supporting us there. Pretty excited about entering chapter 2 with Woodlawn. Really starting to hit its straps now and making great cash flow. We're on the cusp of more cash flow from Pioneer Dome in December quarter, and we're less than 2 years away of Sulphur Springs. And it should not be lost that you wake up today and we are now sitting at the highest Aussie copper price and one of the highest zinc prices since we started this business 4 years ago. So super excited to build another couple of mines and capitalise on those higher commodities. So we're very well leveraged in this company. So thanks again, and I look forward to talking after the September quarter. Cheers.
That does conclude our conference for today. Thank you for participating. You may now disconnect.